Hey everyone, welcome back, and today we have another important question. So it's repeated as well. Okay, so if you see this question, okay, so this is a use case that recruiter gives you. So it's kind of mixed with numbers and alphabets, and the solution they ask you is to convert like this. Okay, so basically, if you see that flow, you'll understand we have to go for normalize, but it's kind of tricky. Okay, so it's kind of medium level difficulty. So we'll try to solve this today. Okay, in this today's session. So it's one of the community requests as well. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, I'll just ping the link above, so you can go to and watch the entire playlist. Okay, we'll get started for the today. So this community request is from Majid. Okay, so the now see for this question. Okay, so for this question, you have it's like we have to read this as a string, complete string. Okay, one row. This one row is getting complete converted into multiple rows. Okay, so we will go for normalize. So basically, expectation would be, see, there are some questions which they give you is kind of will confuse you on the starting. Okay, so but initially the design you have to you have to find out that within few seconds. Okay, because if you don't understand the proper alignment. Okay, so see here alignment is like you have only one line, so you have like multiple rows okay created. So first first find out the design. Okay, so first figure out the basic component. Okay, so in this case we are going for normalize. So here normalize will have. Okay, so and then and then you have to go for this. Okay, you have to place a normalize component, and then we have to code. Okay, okay, we'll just check the code today. Okay, so normalize, now you have to go for multi-stage transform. Okay, so you have to go for it's a multi-stage transform. You have to go for expanded mode. Okay, so try to code that in a expanded mode. So first temporary type. So you can follow this same exact code. So I'll just see, we have two fields to be created. Okay, so this is a one complete string data, and then we have to create two strings. Okay, so before that I'll just tell you the uh, DML. Okay, so DML for the input data would be record end. Okay, so here you can specify string. So okay, so let's say not comma, let's say new line. Okay, so data. Okay, so this is a string for the input data. Okay, DML for the input data, and then we'll write the code. Okay, transform code. So here we'll declare two temporary variables. Okay, so we'll just go for let's say field. Okay, so field one, let's say temp underscore field. Okay, so field one, and then copy paste. I'll just give field 2. Okay, so this one is done. Okay, temporary assignment is done. After that we have to initialize this one. Okay, so we have to initialize the temporary variable. So that's how multi-stage transform works. Okay, so expanded mode works. Okay, so if you're not unsure, if you're not sure about this one, you can click on the playlist. Okay, so go through the playlist. I will just ping above. Okay, so watch the entire normalize or roll up playlist to understand the expanded mode. Okay, so what are the functions involved? Okay, temporary type, initialize, finalize, and then output select. Okay, so we have a lot of functions inside, so it's mandatory you have to understand those functions to code for this. Okay, so I'll just assign these two variables equal to 0. Okay, so starting I'll just assign them 0. Okay, so 0, same, I'll just copy paste for this one. Okay, so initialize is done. Okay, so initialize is done. I'll just end that. Okay, so now, so see, now temporary type is done, initialize is done. Okay, so now we have other function length and normalize. Okay, so we'll go for length. So out dot length. Okay, so in, so begin end. See, now here what I'll do is that our data. Okay, so I'll just write a comment here. Comment. Okay, 1 comma a comma b comma c comma 2 comma d. Okay, so total we have seven, okay, seven elements, okay, totally. So now we'll find out the element, okay, so how many elements are there. So for that you can use length of, and then now we have to split this, okay, entity, okay, entire data, okay. So we'll do string split in the data, okay. So here my delimiter would be comma, okay. So this will give you 7, okay. So 7 will be the length, okay. So 7 will be my length. So length function is over. So now we'll go for normalize. Okay, so out dot, so here we have used temp, right? So temp will loop in the will make use of temporary variables as well. Okay, so these two temporary variables. Okay, so we'll just loop in, we'll loop in temp in and then index. So for this function, see, for I'll just add a one. For this function we have 3 arguments. Okay, so one is temp and another is input, okay, your in dot data, and another is index. So index is nothing but is derived from your length function, okay. Length index is 7, okay. So this will be index, okay. So index starts from 0 to 6, right? So for the 7 you have index 0 to 7, 6, okay. So now we'll start with, okay, we'll write begin, okay. We'll start the coding, okay. So my idea is, see, now my idea logic is first for the first for the first web field, okay, for the field one it has to find out only the numeric value, okay. So that's my logic. For the second one, okay, for the second field it can take the alphabet value, okay. So for the first one we have a function, okay, string numeric, okay. So first, for the first field we'll write a logic. So we'll write a logic in the manner that it has to choose only the numeric, okay. So only it has to choose a numeric. So what we can do is that, let's say temp dot, let's say field, okay, field one, and then here string, okay. So we have string is numeric, okay. So this one, so what we can do is that, see, we have see, after splitting we'll have the entity, okay. So this split will give you like this, okay. So we'll like, after split, okay. So what happens after split, I'll just add a comment, okay. After split you have vector member, okay. So vector member of 1 a b c, okay, 2 d e, okay, like this, okay. So you have a split members, okay. So members are like, arranged like this, okay. So out of that we'll see string is numeric, okay. So here let's just copy this code, okay. Okay, so here now this will return this one, right? So what we do is that we'll put index, okay. So because now index, and then we'll close the bracket, okay. So this bracket is done here, numeric is done here, okay. So now this one should be matching, okay. So let me just take, so that, so see, in this, see, this can be confusing for a juniors, okay. So you have to understand, okay, string is numeric will check whether it will go through, see, for every index loop, okay. So index starts from this index, okay. So index starts from, index runs from 0, right? So 0 to 6, okay. So when index is 0, it will be accessing one first element, okay. So for first element, the first element is string is numeric, okay. So it will check the first element. So first element is numeric, okay. So that will return 1. So 1 equal to 1, okay. So that is true, okay. So for the second, okay, now index is 1. So for the next run, index will be 1, and then you have, if you go for a string, okay, this one index 1 we have a. So it will give you false, okay. So it will give you 0. So 0 is not equal to 1, okay. So for that we can write else condition. But for this, for this if condition, if satisfies, what we have to do, we have to split that, we will take that now, take that entity, okay. So we'll use the same string split, okay, and then here index, okay. So we directly access the vector, okay. So this one, so in the else part, okay. So this will give you the number 1, okay. So what if that entity is not a number. Okay, what if this no element is not a number? In that case, what I will do is that, so what we can do is that we can just we can see, we can give the temporary variable. Okay, so temp dot t underscore field one. Okay, we can give that. Okay, in the else part. Okay, so basically it has to it will give that other value. Okay, the temporary, the assignment. Okay, 0. So now we will go for temp dot field 2. So in this case, what we can do is that we see we can straightly take straightly take this all values. Okay, so what we can do is that this one will give you 1. Okay, so for other 0. Okay, but for the field 2 you will get all these entities. Okay, all this one. So for that, simply we can write this one. Okay, so this, right, we can write index. Okay, so okay, so this will give you 1 for the first index. Okay, for the 0 1, and then for the index 1 it will give you a, and then b, and then c, and then 2, and then d and e. Okay, like that. Okay, so like that you have two fields. Okay, you have first field, you have 1 or 0, and then second field you have these entities. Okay, so now we have to see, we have to we have to do the select. Okay, so we have to select only the a b c d e for the second row, and 1 and 2 for the first column. Okay, so how do you select the output? Okay, how do you select the output? Before, see, after normalize, we can write and finalize condition. Finalize. Okay, so out finalize. Okay, so temp in. Okay, so begin, and then here, so two columns, right? So field 1 and field 2. Okay, for the field 1, temp dot t underscore field 1. So same, I'll just paste it for the field 2. So field 2 you have this one. Okay, so end. Okay, I'm just ending it here only. Okay, so finalize is over. So finalize is done. So now pending is we have to do the output select. Okay, so because we have kind of mixed values. Okay, so on the one row we have two numbers, on the second row we have this mixed one. So we have to we have to deselect. Okay, I'll just show you. We have to deselect 1 1. Okay, this one. Okay, let me just show you in the data flow. So we have to deselect 1a. Okay, so we have to deselect these rows. Okay, I will have to delete this one. Okay, I should not be selecting this output, rather I should be doing 1a, 1b, 1c, 2. After that, it will go on. Okay, after that I have to deselect. Okay, I have to deselect 2 2. Okay, so and then I have to select only the 2d 2e. Okay, how do you do that? So you can do that by output select. We have output select, right? So we have output select function, right? So you have to understand. Okay, so being a junior, you have to understand all these functions. Okay, if you're a junior. Okay, so we'll be doing output select here. Output select. Okay, so output select. So out. Okay, so in this one output select, I'll just write, okay, begin. And okay, so here out. Okay, string, let's say. Okay, I'll just typecast it too. Okay, and then I'll say, okay, out dot field 1 not equal to, okay, not equal to your field 2. Okay, so this, this will eliminate. Okay, eliminate 1 1, and then it will eliminate 2 2. Okay, like this. Okay, so this will be eliminated, this will be eliminated, and finally you will get solution like 1a, 1b, 1c, 2d, 2e. Okay, So you will not get 2 2, you will not get 1 1. So these, see, this one is will be deleted, this one will be deleted. You will get this, okay, you will get these rows, okay, you get these rows. So total we have 5 rows, okay. So which is the desired output, okay. So this will be the, see, this will be the desired output, okay. So you have to code like this, okay. So please try this in your GD. If you have, like, if you face any problems, you can comment down below, okay. So but see, but output select is important, okay. So I know all, see, we are making use of all the functions, okay. See, temporary type, initialize, and then length function, normalize, and then finalize, output select, okay. Except input select, we are just, doing everything, okay. We are forming all the output, and then we are filtering the output here, okay. So no, output filter is important, okay. So we don't want, no, like, we don't want this output, okay. So we are doing output select, okay. So understand, okay, understand all the, all the coding. So stringly, no, this is simply like you need a string functions, okay. So concept checklist, I would say, string functions, okay. So string functions, and then you have the other normalize functions, okay. So if you are going for normalize, you have to write down, you have to practice writing all these, assignments and initialize, and then length, everything, okay. So I hope you got the idea, properly. So I'll just see you guys in the next video, okay. So until then, tada, bye.